piece of trash on the street, looking for love instead of going to sleep. My head was spinning like a kid on a vine, talking in circles about losing my mind. She called me trouble, I called the rhyme.
It's August 31st, 2017, and this is Atlanta United FC Weekly, a Home Before Dark podcast.
We are back!
Yeah, boy! We're back.
Yeah! Should have been the boys are back in town. Is what you should have opened.
That's right. No, so a little background for those of you who don't know. If nobody's been bothered to. I guess nobody's curious. Nobody really cares.
No, about us.
No, about our intro and outro music. I guess
We have the best freaking intro and outro music of any podcast I listen to, and I listen to. I'm subscribed to about 100 podcasts.
And hopefully, it gets everybody pumped. I think
Gets
so.
me pumped.
And then the outro. I mean, so yeah, like Tim said, we haven't talked about it, but
no.
it's the same band. Some
yeah.
people might not know it's a side project by the same band, but the Bronx we typically use for our opening music, and that's their new song, Two Birds. They got a new album coming out September 22nd. Is that right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the outro every week is Mariachi El Bronx, which is the same group of guys.
So cool, man.
They do mariachi
crazy.
music, yeah. And you know it's good whenever a group of white guys can get together and do mariachi music and nobody calls cultural appropriation.
I guess, yeah. So early chiming in, yeah, Dean Worley on the chat, he said, you guys have intros and outros. I guess a lot of you guys who are watching on YouTube probably don't listen to the podcast version of it. So this really is the first time. It's the first time.
Why do you not want to listen to the same thing twice? I don't understand.
You got to study up, man. You got to study up so you can level up.
So that said, those of you that are watching on iTunes or listening to us on iTunes, no new reviews this week, right? No new reviews.
No, we're at 34. We've been kind of in a lull for the season.
It's a shame.
Yeah, we're kind of hitting a soft spot in the season, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, intros. I'm so happy to be back that I forgot to even do intros.
I'm glad to have you guys back. Have you seen the filth I've had to record with the past couple of weeks?
Oh, it gave me an ear infection just listening to it. I am Tim Herb, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts, Mr. Kevin Bradley across the table.
What's up, man?
Feel good.
Good.
And Dan James to my right.
What's up, guys?
It's the first time in studio in what, 3 weeks?
3 years. Something like that.
Might as well be, right?
Can I just say something? A happy belated birthday to both of your ugly asses.
Thank you.
Do we look older?
Yes.
It's the stress from not having you two on the show. That, along with Atlanta United's performance in recent weeks.
What are you talking about?
I'm aging more and more as the season goes on.
I feel like we've only played one game since I last saw you.
Yeah, it's like every time we have a game, I get super psyched and really hyped about it, and then they come out.
Yeah, I think it's maybe because we've just been playing the same game.
That could be it.
And I think we've just ended up in a loss.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, going into this week, I mean, we start out 2 down at Philadelphia, and I'm like, no way does this team come back. This is over. Like down 2-0, even though it's in the first. I was like, no way do we pull this out.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah.
I know, being scored on by an overhead kick.
I know.
Yeah, by little Bedoya.
Yeah.
No shame in that, I guess. I guess there's shame in letting him get that position. Anyway, I say we just ignore it and we just talk stuff. Let's just talk shop, boys. Let's just talk shop.
Yeah.
I feel good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. I got the Coke Zero Sugar. I don't know if you guys tried Coke Zero Sugar yet, but
I just buy it for you at this point.
The difference between that
it tastes just like regular
That
Coke
one's got
Zero.
more cancer in it.
Oh,
they up the lead.
That's true. Yeah.
They up the lead content.
Yeah. The aspartame, it tastes more aspartame-y, I guess.
I like to say aspartame.
Aspartame. Yeah, you are British. Schedule.
Oh,
and
I don't think that's a British thing. I think that's just
advertisements.
a weird.
You don't say adverts, do you? Or do you say? Have you been in America long enough to just call them commercials?
Commercials.
Yeah.
Instead of calling them adverts.
Commercial.
Mm-hmm. Commercials.
I don't.
We got this advert for Carphone Warehouse.
My wife will attest to my snobbery where I refuse to watch commercials anymore. So it's just Netflix.
Amen.
And then when we do watch something that has those commercials in, I just bitch about it the whole time, and I'm so insufferable.
Yeah, that's what's great about soccer, though, is you get your advertisements, your adverts in the middle of it.
Exactly. I mean, and now I just DVR them because I can never watch them live. And I just fast through.
Guys, let's just have the most boring, generic conversation for an hour.
So speaking of Atlanta United, college football started tonight.
What type of bread do you usually get from Kroger, Tim?
From where?
From Kroger. Brown bread.
Brown bread?
I don't buy bread. I don't eat it quick enough. It always just ends up molding. So I get tortillas because they last longer.
I was just joking. We can stop this and talk about it.
No, I want to talk about this now.
No, on a serious note, thank you guys for you guys who are tuning in to watch us on YouTube. It is college football season. I'm sure there's a lot of crossover in our viewership, and those of you who like college football. And
we might start another show soon.
Yeah, you guys can have that one. It shouldn't be a big. I'm just kidding. It shouldn't be a big game tonight.
We can't all be champions.
But IU's beating Ohio State right now.
Yeah, which is insane.
I went to a college with no football team.
Me too, and that's why I cheer for Auburn. No, my brother went to Auburn. So I can piggyback off of it and explain it. Anyway, so one bandwagon we're all part of. It's not really a bandwagon yet, right?
Toronto FC.
So I really love what we're doing with Jovinko. Having him healthy has been a godsend.
I hate seeing his highlights every week. Well, that's what I mean. I talked about it while you guys weren't here. I think that's one of the big things that Atlanta's lacking is a specialist in any one position.
Yeah, for sure.
Just one.
Yeah, I'm just sick of every time it goes out past the back line. It doesn't matter whether it's a corner or a goal kick because it's always the same outcome. Well,
yeah, what's great, I mean, we have guys who are great at doing a lot of things, right? I mean, Almiron is one of the best all-around players in the MLS. Can't shoot with his right foot. Can't shoot free kicks. He did score our only penalty that we've taken all season.
True.
That was against San Jose, right?
That was against
Houston, yeah. I got those two. Both of those games happened in like twilight,
we scored
stormy
4 goals in both games.
Yeah.
Tomato.
But you're right. I mean, we really don't have a specialist. I mean,
whoa. I think you are vastly overrating the best striker we have on our team,
Tyrone Mears.
I mean, I think we called it long ago.
So he gets to start now, right? Because of that one goal, he's completely won his position.
I'm glad everyone has finally seen
What are you going to do if he starts against Dallas now because of that one?
In place of Martinez?
We're gonna wonder
which one.
We're gonna wonder why the fuck Dallas didn't take the money for Maxi Arudi because we would really need it at that point.
Have they officially turned that down?
Yeah, they turned down. I do believe they turned down offers for Arudi, and I can't remember the other player that got offered. It was from San Lorenzo, I think, put in an offer for them. Yeah. Dallas turned them down. I would too. I mean, Maxi Arudi is one of the best players in the MLS too.
But what was the figure?
I did not see the
number.
number.
It was over $1 million.
I would say, I mean, given the current state of things, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, Maxi Arudi, even if it's the MLS, I mean, he's at least a $10 million player, right?
Wow, $10 million?
I mean, he's young. He's fantastic. He's a great attacker, multifaceted. I think that, I mean, you look at as okay.
I think you could go either way because you get in a good amount of money for him, and they're on the slide a little bit. So you would be throwing away. It's like, do we want this influx of cash and throw away our season, or do we want to try and make a go of it?
No, for them, I think, and I know this isn't Atlanta United. I mean, it is. We're T-minus 10 days from opening Mercedes-Benz Stadium against this team. I think maybe it is a little apropos to talk about it and talk about Philly next. But if I'm Dallas, I stick with it. I ride it out the season. The West is weak.
Mm-hmm.
I let Arudi look even better. I let Kellen Acosta mature and look even better, and then you can cash in on those two. If you really don't see yourself with a future winning,
I mean, everything I've seen of Acosta, I don't think you need to just like. It's not a matter of letting him look better. Like he's just looked good.
He's one of the best midfielders the U.S. has. I think he's part of the USMNT future, and I think that they're going to let him go at a certain point. I think you cash in on both of them at the same time and rebuild. If you don't see this as a championship team right now,
but I guess it's all about timing. When are you going to see these types of offers again? That's never a guarantee.
No, it's not. I mean, but the way the transfer market's inflated, I mean, financial fair play is a fucking joke. I mean,
right.
I mean, how much money changed hands between PSG and Monaco alone?
Well, that's
It's stupid. It's
It
really
is
stupid.
but I feel that's there and this is here.
But it still falls under the same, right? It's not UEFA financial fair play, right? It's
No, I'm just talking about
but I get it. But
amounts of money.
But those are players I think that championship sides could even pick up in England. I mean, I could see a Rudy playing for somebody in the championship.
I still think there's prejudice from, and I've heard particularly from English teams signing MLS players, because I'm trying to think back to the last really successful American player, and I've
Tim
heard,
Ream, Fulham.
Yeah, I mean that's not. I'm like in the top 6 teams. That's what I would deem as a real true success. There's never been
in the championship. Or are you talking about an EPL?
EPL.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd say
I was gonna say Donovan. Yeah,
Donovan,
probably the closest.
Yeah, but he didn't. He wasn't that great.
No.
Well, Tim Howard, I guess.
Are you kidding? Donovan was pretty great. He was on loan at Everton. They were doing well. Like he did really well with them.
It wasn't for him that he wasn't like a linchpin. Nobody was.
He wasn't, but he was.
Jerseys.
He was like a step. He was a notch down from Pinar, but I mean, Pinar was pretty great during that time. I thought he was a great option for them, and I'm not a Landon Donovan Dick Ryder or anything like that.
Option, yes, but he's probably been the highest.
So do you think that's a matter not necessarily of a lack of talent, but a lack of development within the league? Because
I think it's a matter of time.
I think so too. And as you see, I mean, especially with the regulations that MLS has, where you have to have a certain amount of homegrown players, and the league itself has grown so much over the past 4 or 5 years since Donovan retired. I think you're going to see more of those as players like Andrew Carlton starts to come up and stuff like that, where players are growing and maturing in an American league and then are getting recognized and moving over.
I think part of it, though, is the players that you're going to be seeing going over there are not most likely going to be American. I think that they're starting to see MLS as kind of a stopping point or a maturation point, as opposed to having to go just to go and play in Switzerland or go and play in Sweden or I'm going to play in Ajax. The Eredivisie. Ajax wins it all the time, so that's for Freudian slip. Whatever. They even though my boy Dirk Kuyt won it with Feyenoord last year. So MLS is a stop for those South American players, for the African players. I mean, it's crazy. I would think there are a handful of players at the top of the MLS that I think could go and play for, as bad as it sounds to say, mediocre sides and start in Europe.
Yeah, potentially. I've just heard a lot of.
I mean, David Villa just got called back up.
Yeah, to Spain, but I feel like international is a little different, and I hope he does well. It's going to be a good measuring stick to see what he does at Spain.
Well, they need a striker more than anything right now. I mean, I think Morata's very overrated, and then Diego Costa does not fit into that national team. I feel
this is coming from. I feel like when I've heard American players retire or come back to the States, that they've felt prejudice from officials in England and then for other players. Like they don't get the calls. I don't think it's a great grant, and it's extremely difficult. Like Josie Altidore went over there, did not do great. I guess Dempsey did all right, but he wasn't.
Dempsey, okay. He got to the Europa. He was their MVP, getting to the Europa League final against Juventus.
For Fulham?
Yes.
Right. But still,
he was.
It's still. Yeah, but
I get it.
And nobody talks about.
He was coveted enough to get pursued by Liverpool and then to get bought by Tottenham. I mean, he just didn't.
Then what happened to Tottenham?
He didn't pan out for Tottenham. I don't think he was the player they needed, though.
Right.
I think that was not a pan. It was actually no. It was a panic buy. It was a deadline day transfer in January.
Right, but he still didn't break through.
No, he didn't. But I guess the ones you got to talk about, at least American wise, I mean, they're not coming from MLS. The ones that are destroying shit, like you talk about John Brooks, who's one of the highest rated center backs in Germany. Mm-hmm. Granted, he's hurt right now. Christian Pulisic. I mean, he is the awesome star. It's crazy, dude. He's 19, right? He's the star man for Dortmund. Yeah. What the he's American. I just got chills. I legitimately just got chills because that kid is unbelievable.
So he could be the first one that really breaks it. Like I think the highest that I've seen was maybe Tim Howard playing for Man United.
Yeah, I guess.
But then he's a goalkeeper.
I could do this when I talk about.
God damn it, Kevin.
So,
Well, you guys are carrying it already on your own. I'm just trolling both of you in the chat.
oh yeah, yeah. We're just rolling. Kevin's going to take a piss. Hopefully, it's just a piss. Anyway,
hope my kids have gone to bed. Rowan and Walker, you better be in bed, boys.
so what
Use
so
the bad word.
what we're talking about?
Just
So
like-
no, so if you want to count players who were in the youth setup that got kicked out or who went and chose their parents' home country, you could talk about Nevin Subotic, who was center back starter for. I mean, he's from Utah, right? Center back starter for Dortmund whenever they went to the Champions League final.
Right.
You could talk about Giuseppe Rossi, who I believe was playing for. I mean Fiorentina, and then Villarreal. I mean, it's still bigger sides, but
right.
it's a shame those kids. What sucks is they go over to those teams and they get shamed.
Yeah.
By the actual natives. Like Giuseppe Rossi got called American. Like I think they don't even they wouldn't call him by his name in training camp. They'd call him like American or whatever. It's such a shame. I think he went to high school with Josie Altidore, right? I mean,
really?
yeah,
Wow.
in not Toms River, New Jersey. They went to school together in New Jersey. Yeah,
Right.
it's a shame that Rossi never that he got talked out of playing for the U.S.
Yeah,
Subotic, that's the youth setup screwed us because he would have been a solid. He would still be playing center back for us, I think. He's a great player, but yeah, you're right. I mean,
it's that. I mean, I don't think it's right at all. In fact, I think they're vastly underappreciated.
we got some great comments. It is transfer deadline day wrapped up today, and we have a couple Gunners fans in here. They've got to be pretty salty.
Did Sanchez stay?
Yeah, he ended up staying. They didn't get Thomas Lamar. It's all right. If Thomas Lamar would have left, he would have came to Liverpool anyway. So they're talking about Debussy's still at Arsenal. They're talking about breaking news. Debussy to Atlanta United still hasn't played.
I feel so sorry for Arsenal fans. That's got to be pretty frustrating.
That was a beautiful game on Sunday, though.
They'll have these beautiful games, but then they don't get anywhere.
Can we talk a minute about how underrated Roberto Firmino is? Man's brilliant.
Is he playing for? Last I heard, he was on loan with Sunderland.
Huh?
Oh no, that was Barini.
Yeah, no. Fabio, get out of here. No, he's actually.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Well, the fan does this too late. Your wishes are dead now.
Eat it, Tim.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday.
Cake.
You don't get that
Holy
one up.
shit, dude.
So, yeah.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
What? Hey, guys, I finally got a jersey.
Nice. Little break.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I got this cake I'm going to have
That
to
is
try not to
awesome.
eat on the
That
microphone.
is awesome. So, Tim, your challenge is to finish that cake before we finish. The
All right, you guys take it away.
Put it down in front of you just so that I can talk some.
I've done more with less time.
I just want to talk about cake.
Trust me. I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch. That cake, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
This is fucking amazing.
And then that was the closest to like a Five Stripes cake. They got red icing on it. So if any got on your jersey,
With
it
the
just
flowers?
blends in. So
Thanks.
Tim, I am not fit to touch the hem
He
of your garment.
needed to go poop, but he really wanted to go get my president cake.
I've been planning this for like days now. So
Awesome, man.
I was like, what's one thing that Tim is definitely not going to expect? A birthday cake and gift on air.
I gotta take at least one bite. Sorry, guys. Who's
Yeah,
that?
that's
Is
what I
that-
wanna hear.
Is that fondant? This is fancy.
That's Kroger cake, Playboy.
Oh, it's just been in the fridge.
Yeah. I put it in the fridge downstairs because I knew you wouldn't even look in there. See how much I thought ahead?
If you put this much planning into your normal life,
That's privilege whenever you got two refrigerators. I got a cake refrigerator. Most people have wine refrigerators. I have a cake refrigerator downstairs. I mainly got that for two reasons. One is because it's Tim's birthday, and two, I am secretly hoping to put Dan in diabetic coma at some point.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks.
You're
Give me a solid there, man.
So What about Atlanta United? You guys have been talking about every other league except for Atlanta United. Let's talk about the Philadelphia game a little bit.
No, we were talking about specialists. We were talking about the Dallas game, so we'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, the Philly game, we really needed those points, man. Oh, I guess we had an issue with the video earlier. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So again, that was the other thing. People that watch video don't get the intro and outro, but you got to see this birthday celebration. So people that are listening to just the audio version don't get to see that.
I hope you guys got it. I hope you guys got the video.
Yeah.
According to Robert Swick, I think he did. He said that was smooth.
Yeah. So Philadelphia game. I felt like, okay, so Mears obviously gets man of the match, right? Just because of the fucking goal. No, not from us. I don't think he gets man of the match, but the way that man of the match works, and we've talked about this extensively, like whoever scores the game-winning goal.
And it's even better if you're an obscure fringe player.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like it's the bullshit Heisman mentality. Best player on the best team in the country.
There's paper plates under there. Stop talking and start cutting.
Yeah. Oh, there is? Oh shit! No, so to me, you're right though. It would go to him. I think it did end up going to him on the show.
Yeah, it did.
But I thought
Yamil Assad was.
I thought it was another game for me that Anton Walks gets it. I mean, again, every time you turn around, he's in position and makes a play where.
Dude, he had some great tackles in the box.
Absolutely did.
100%.
But I didn't think he had that great of a game. He did have some good tackles.
Dan is always here today.
I know. I'm always pissing all over this.
Yeah, no shit. I'm really regretting how much I missed you guys. I think it was just nostalgia, maybe. And like I thought that I missed you, but then once you were here, I was like,
and I opened my mouth. You know, oh god,
this is awful.
Cool. Didn't you love though when Mears scored the goal? He turned around and just jogged back, and
does eyes at Mears, does eyes at Walks.
The expression on his face was just, oh, that's not hard.
Oh yeah, I did it. You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome, guys. I just saved you. You know, no big deal. I definitely, like I said earlier, I did not see this team crawling out from being down 2-0 in the first half.
No, I did not see that either. I was very pleased to see that.
At the same time, though, how weird is it now that a stoppage time goal at the end of the game is almost expected for this team because of recent wins?
And I think that's good because it forces defenses to. No, I'm good. Thanks,
Dan can't have it.
It forces teams to cut it in half. It forces teams to concentrate and think that they've got all these stoppage time goals. Concentrate. Oh shit, they've scored.
So my problem with that is it's like this team just seems to burn itself out so quickly the past couple of weeks. And I don't know if it's because of the break or what it is, but it's like there's 30 minutes between the 30th minute of the first half and until like the 70th minute of the second that they're non-existent, it seems like. They're just walking on the field. They're not hustling to the ball, and they show no sense of urgency being down 2-1 in the second half. And Tata's not making substitutions to help force that.
Where is Kevin Kratz?
Agreed.
What the
Agreed
fuck?
Completely. Like, how is he not subbed in that situation when you're down 2-1 and you need an attacking midfielder? Why is he not the first option to bring in?
Why would you bring him in? Why wouldn't you start him over Chris McCann? I don't understand. I feel like Kratz is a better option. They both play that. I feel they both play kind of the in one spot in the midfield. They don't play the same spot. I think Kratz plays a little more forward. McCann plays a little further backward. But
I was thinking about that, and from the little I know about soccer, is one of the tactics to help break down a bunkering team is to play back a little bit and try and draw the more forward midfielders that are condensing around the box, to draw them out so you can have space to get people behind. And so McCann is going to sit back a little bit. And then if we put Kratz on, that would be Kratz, Assad, Almiron Martinez, and Villalba that would be up pushing a little bit too much. So I was thinking maybe McCann gives that little bit of extra depth to try and pull guys out so we can get other people in there.
So we got. Have you guys even mentioned any in the live chat? They've been blowing up. I feel like we've left them.
No, when I go up to live chat, it says there's a team of highly trained monkeys that's in the stats to deal with the situation.
So Dean Worley says, "Can we get this home before dark mouths of the South FIFA Pro Clubs rivalry going? Much like the Atlanta-Orlando, it's not a rivalry. We're obviously the better team. Therefore, there's no rivalry that exists."
You mean, are you comparing the Mavs of the South to Orlando City? Oh, this could get really bad.
Row, row, row.
All right.
Brittany says same. She thought it was all over whenever we were down to Robert Swick. Am I the only one that was wondering why we subbed out Tito instead of Assad? Yeah, I agree completely. Yamil looked. I said that multiple times as we're watching the game. Like he was just dead. Like he was not making runs up top. The ball was just going right in front of him, and he just was not hustling whatsoever. I agree with that completely.
Yeah, I mean, and Dean Worley, maybe he's right. I mean, he's saying, you know, why was Tito even starting? He's had a rough go of it the past couple of weeks, right?
He has. Don't you think it was just weird that all these breaks, when we were playing DC, there were all these passes that were getting passed with not enough power, so they were falling behind. Guys were receiving the passes and tripping over themselves. And I felt for the first 20 minutes of the Philadelphia game, we'd kind of been able to fix some of that problems. It was a lot more fluid. Guys were actually accepting passes properly, but then it kind of broke down again.
I will say statistically over the course of the game, the ball passing and efficiency and possession was much better in the Philadelphia game than it was in the DC game.
Yeah, I'm getting so irritated with the
I think we ended up with yeah, exactly. It's like, what's the point anymore? How does this keep happening?
I will say that I bet we have, and I haven't managed to find how many blocked shots people have in the league, but I swear to God, Atlanta has more blocked shots than anybody.
What was that one where it was just like deflection, exactly. Like 3 shots in a row?
I want to say it was staggered 3 people in a row.
Yeah. Because you just slam a whole bunch of people around the box. However, I will
I will liken that to playing a club or a cup match in FIFA where you can't score against anyway, they block everything. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry. You guys will know what I'm talking about.
Did you ever play like marbles when you were little?
No.
Or maybe that was a British thing.
I was too poor for that. We had jacks. Jacks was more my speed.
We just played with jelly beans because it was like a toy and food at the same time.
Anyway, never mind. Anyway, you could do like black magic and cage around the marble at the end, so you couldn't hit the marble. And I feel like that's what
magic?
Yeah. Dude, don't fuck with it. It's marbles, man.
Good God.
Black magic. Yeah, we were like 7 years old. Dating in the dark.
You really are British.
Yeah. We don't like to talk about it.
Ooh,
anyway,
I made a big mistake.
Forget I said anything. What was I talking about?
I don't remember. All I know is I made a huge mistake eating cake and still drinking. Like, it just completely...
I'm so disappointed you've only had 1 piece.
No, Dan, we were talking about the deflections going on in that game.
Yes, we were. I still can't remember my train of thought. It was like it's like a force field. We're all just guys just huddling around the net and
right. We're going to connect the marbles force field with Atlanta United.
The defenders are a force field or black magic around the goal. So when we shoot the ball, it just bounces right off a defender or the black magic wall.
All right.
It's like the ice wall.
Hey, that's what you can expect on this
What
podcast.
are you about to say? Like, you know anything. You know nothing, Tim Snow.
I'm talking about flat Earth. I'm talking
Don't
about...
you start talking about ice walls like you know anything.
It's turtles all the way down.
Is the elephants on top of a
turtle?
turtle?
For me, it's not elephants. I only believe that it's turtles all the way down. An elephant would break the turtle
You've never read Discworld, Terry Pratchett? No. The world is a disc that you're held up by elephants that are on a big turtle.
No, I prefer the Native American myth about it being held up by turtles all the way
podcast,
down.
Guys. I don't know what you're talking
Shout out Joel Osteen.
Doesn't fit. That doesn't fit into my...
Stay out of my church, poor people.
Did you guys know that church used to be the Houston Rockets arena?
What?
Yeah, it's the old Houston Rockets arena.
Really?
Before, American Airlines Center.
Did not know that.
Or no, American Airlines Center. It's no, what is it? Damn it, I can't remember. It's not American Airlines is Dallas, but still, yeah.
So we got another break coming up. But I kind of forgot the game.
No, Vasquez, I agree, needs to be given a chance from start to finish of a game.
Tim and I made a mistake of doing a double date for the game, and I mean, not the mistake. It was great.
Oh, it was fantastic.
But it was far more just talking and stuffing faces than actually like critically watching the game.
What you got? A Southern chicken sandwich. I got the pot pie, and we split it.
We really just went on a date together.
Double date, us and the food.
There were other people there, but
I'm not surprised.
It's the Compact Center. What? Oh, that's where Joel Osteen's church is. Yeah, interesting. His church can hold something like 16,000 people.
Have you seen the pictures of the inside? It's incredible.
Is the studio open for everyone if there's a natural disaster? Absolutely. We have cake.
Incredible.
And bourbon.
We got this bourbon that looks like white wine.
I got a nice Pinot Gris.
I'm pretty sure this is malt vinegar.
Oh, gross.
I'll drink it.
Still get you drunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get your insides drunk.
So one thing I did
real good.
one thing I did notice about the game.
What? It's just a bunch of drunk guys in a pub talking about their favorite team.
We have 5-star iTunes.
I bring my own insight.
I know.
Mostly whiskey.
That's because I paid them, Tim.
All right, for real though. Let's reel it back a little bit. No, how did you feel we were able to deal with their biggest threat being CJ Sapong? Yeah.
I think we were a little shaky.
I thought we contained him pretty well for the most part. I think he had one or two chances, right? I mean, he's one of the more dangerous guys in the East, especially. He is the prototypical guy to take down Atlanta United, right? I mean, and he's huge.
Big, tall guy, pretty kind of fast.
Yeah, he's kind of like,
Can hit us on the break.
Yeah, the center back from Vancouver. Waston. Good in the air and just able to, I mean.
I don't think he's as strong as Waston, but
Waston is he's a brick shithouse.
Hit us on the counter.
Yeah, my two favorite soccer teams. Terrible at defending corners and set pieces. Zonal marking for the win, I guess. Brian Diefenbach, we haven't seen you in like months, dude. Welcome back to the YouTube stream. Kevin's drunk. Do more chat. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, some people were disappointed that it took us so long to score a goal after they had a man sent off. I would like to remind you of the Chicago game where it took us almost 60 minutes to score a goal.
Well, at the same time, you notice that Philadelphia completely changed their positioning because they didn't need to be aggressive. Like, unlike in the Chicago game where we were already up, this game, Philadelphia was up, so they could just pull everybody back onto their half of the field and
it almost
stack numbers because they didn't have to press.
Yeah, you hear that a lot. I mean, I remember hearing Alec Can talking about that during the Chicago game about them being harder to break down when they have 10 men because they'll bunker even more.
Yeah,
and to me, I think that's the recipe for success if you're trying to break down a team that's parking the bus. Is if they lose a guy because it creates more space.
Yes. Well, yeah. When Yarrow got sent off, they brought on Mahrez, who is, I believe, he's a defending midfielder. So he's able to slot in there in the place of Alkberg. And then they just brought on more defensive midfielders to just pack the box again. But it gets more frustrating to go through this because to Philadelphia's credit, they did a really good job. They were very focused. They were able to keep. They didn't just completely implode into the box like San Jose did and just give up the wings. They were still to keep a good 30 feet between each other and then be able to have the space to retaliate.
I mean, they had a couple times they looked dangerous whenever they had 10 men. It was surprising.
It was really fucking annoying.
I don't know. As poor as we were at times, Alejandro Bedoya was everywhere.
Yeah.
I know we talked about Mears getting automatic man of the match. That's for Atlanta, obviously. I think Bedoya was without a doubt the best player on the pitch on Saturday.
I would have to say, Assad has the best rating.
Out of the game Saturday?
Yep. Oh, no, Wijnaldum has. But wasn't he a wide receiver on Atlanta Falcons Hard Knocks?
What?
They
No,
call him
he's
Amsterdam.
that's Jorginho one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I know.
Gini Wijnaldum's little brother, right? Playing for Philly.
He had a pretty good game.
I thought Assad was great. I don't know. Bedoya looked the most, obviously scoring that overhead kick. He looked the most dangerous person on the field the entire night.
Yeah, he made me hate him. And usually, if I hate a player watching this, then they're doing pretty
Who was he?
well.
He blew by Garza at one point, I think, at the top. At the top of the field.
Garza had that great of a game. He was also like handling Villalba, just pushing him off the ball, which was really disappointing because I guess that's my main criticism that I've always had about Villalba is he keeps on getting pushed off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does anyone think it's weird how we've kind of like inverted now? Because I feel like our defense is playing a lot better than our front.
Oh,
four.
I thought you were talking about inverted wingers. I was like, this the same lineup, Dan. I don't know what you're watching.
A lot of talk of inverted.
You're right. I think it's great though because our offense is going to start clicking again. But now that our defense is to a point where it's less shaky, I guess.
Well, our offense should start clicking. That brings me to the next point, which is now we're on international break.
Yep. No games till Dallas.
And we've got players.
Don't say it. Hey, I think Martinez was playing tonight, and I think he got through unscathed.
All right. Good. And
who do you, let's talk about the Dallas game, unless we have anything left of the Philadelphia game, other than that pathetic end zone section. It's just so empty.
Yeah.
Did you hear the commentators were saying that's usually where most of the noise comes from? And I think there was all of 20 people in there.
Yeah.
It's a nice stadium, though. I'll give it
sad
to them.
seeing every stadium just
not sold out.
Yeah. But they're soccer specific. I don't get it.
That's true.
I don't understand. If it's soccer specific, it should be full, right?
Yeah. Maybe you should put a better product on the field.
So Paraguay beat the pants off of Chile tonight.
Really?
3-0.
What did I want to do?
He didn't play the entire 90 minutes. He played 79 minutes for them.
79. Okay. Did he score a
79. Did he? He didn't score. I don't think he assisted. But
I'm liking this down period for Almiron. So
did Vasquez get subbed on in Philadelphia?
I don't believe so.
No, Peterson for Villalba.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is. I'm still not on the 90-minute start Vasquez train. That's what the live chat's talking about right now. Everybody wants to get Vasquez in. I'm still not.
Why do you not want it?
I'm just not sold on it. I don't.
Why?
You're sold on Tito right now more than you are him.
True. I'll give you that.
Okay. The biggest absence.
I'm not sold on Tata making a strategic substitution if he's not making the runs that he needs to be consistently for a prolonged period of time. I think Tata has not shown the capacity to make an early enough substitution to genuinely affect the game where players are fatigued and not producing. And so if Vasquez isn't in that position, much like Kenwin, whenever we saw him starting, I don't see Tata saying, all right, we need to get somebody that's actually in position. Doing that right now whenever players aren't in position. So,
but the thing with, are you comparing Kenwin Jones and Vasquez in what way? Because they don't play the same position.
No.
Vasquez doesn't play. He's played forward maybe 2 games the entire year. Every other game he's been playing on the wing.
True. But
and he's much more valuable to me on that wing that
I just don't know about his stamina. And again, it's just because I haven't seen him play.
Right. So shouldn't we give him a chance to do that and prove himself to you, Kevin?
You didn't watch I know we had storms that night, but the Charleston Battery U.S. Open game, he played the entire 90. And he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He and Zach Lloyd looked so good together on that right wing. So Dean Worley's asking where
I'm with you, Kevin. Unless he scores a goddamn hat trick in 90 minutes, then he's dead.
Where is
Kenwin
Jones?
Finally.
Kenwin Jones, we saw him at training during open house.
Kenwin Jones is dead to me. I don't need to say anything.
Just lying there with the body of Harrison here.
I don't know. Okay, fine. Take Villalba out, put him in. I mean, Gressel's not going to do any better.
Dude, I thought you were going to withstand your grand, man. You've lost all your
I mean,
credibility.
I'm still not confident in it.
Guys.
I mean, and then I'm basically just saying this at this point just so I can say I told you so afterwards.
Right. So we have a comment that is along the same lines as what you guys kind of talked about last week about Joseph Martinez being that Jesus figure.
Yeah.
And being beyond scrutiny.
Yeah, he's been
pissing me off the past 2 games,
beyond
man.
reproach. I mean, Brian Diefenbach just said Joseph was walking around and offside all the time and jogging around. I agree. I mean, maybe it's a chance. Honestly, I think Tito looked better in the past 2 games that he played up front as opposed to the last 2 games that Joseph played up front. I mean, those 2 games against Orlando, Lion Tamer, right?
Yeah, at least he scored a goal.
Scored 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Justin Martinez, when was the last time he scored?
Dunno.
He has a duck to
Just
break.
trade him.
Yeah.
What do you
sell
think
him.
about completely switching up the top 4, essentially? So you take Almiron out of mid, put him over on left.
You know, it's crazy. We
Let
don't play
me
a diamond
finish.
mid. We play a diamond 4
I
up
know.
front.
Right. So take Almiron out of mid just because he doesn't have lateral movement on his right. Just go ahead and put him on left. If he gets stuck over there on an island, so be it.
Almiron on the left?
Almiron on left.
Okay.
Take Villalba, put him up top.
Okay.
Pull Martinez back and put Assad on right side.
Wait, so Martinez would play the 10 or just off
Yeah.
of Villalba?
No, Assad would play Villalba's spot and put Martinez in the 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Martinez playing in the hole. It's interesting.
So then you've got Martinez and
You got
Villalba making runs vertically, Almiron feeding laterally,
Yeah, but I
and
don't
Assad
know.
still on the right
The
side.
10 spot, isn't the 10 spot supposed to feed the striker?
I think that's what Martinez brings to that position that Almiron's not. Where, yes, he is, but I've seen more strategic touches on both feet out of Martinez than I have out of Almiron, and a speed. They're both fast, so you're not really, you don't have a comparison there. I think Martinez has just the same, if not better, decision making than Almiron sometimes. I mean, he's not having to be forced to be up top, and then
that was true
Villalba.
with his assist for Assad.
So
that was Joseph with the assist.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
that's what he's saying.
I thought he
His
said Villalba.
decision. So, and then Villalba up top, where he hasn't been very productive on the wing, but we've seen him be fairly productive up top. Assad on right side, so you're having a different look for offenses to have or defenses to have to play against. I think I like that idea a lot. I don't know that it'll actually happen, but
I haven't seen enough of Martinez.
I think
to
that
agree with you about being able to feed.
I haven't seen
the
him. I
front.
haven't seen enough out of him up top over the past 4 weeks to say that he should still be up top.
But I think it's more that he's not getting fed enough from Almiron. Like I feel so.
But that's the thing about him and Villalba. I think that they can switch more interchangeably than he and Almiron can switch interchangeably. Does that make sense? So if he's not necessarily feeding the ball to Villalba, Villalba can still feed him. Almiron is playing a natural side to his left foot, and Assad is interchangeable on right or left, in my opinion. I don't think that he has necessarily.
I understand. I could see that. I
just don't see enough out of Martinez to say you're locked in up top. I think that he and Villalba have enough skill and talent that by having them interchange, it gives you a little bit more versatility up top than what Martinez and Almiron switching out. Because you're not seeing Almiron make runs up top. He's staying in that 10 spot.
Right.
So Martinez, naturally playing a forward, can play that 10 spot and switch out with Villalba if he's making a run or not staying back to feed him, because they're both really quick and are naturally going to make those runs.
What if we take Almiron, put him in the 10 spot,
Well,
and then we take Tito, put him on the right,
What?
Assad on the left,
Martinez up front,
Chris McCann up front,
supported by
Joseph
Diamond.
Martinez in the center mid, box to box.
Oh my God.
No.
So
We were exposed against Philly. We need Carmona back, man.
I thought so. Here's the deal. I think it's Almiron seems to be. I didn't think he had a great game. I think
Look what happens when I leave the fucking chat. You guys just let it get out of control. There's like 30 things in here. Come on.
I've got fucking
They're
highly
talking
trained
to
monkeys.
each other, man. They're talking
Highly
to each
trained
other.
monkeys. So
Put them all in un gyro system.
well, I think when you brought the cake out for Tim's beautiful celebration, they just like, okay, let's just talk amongst ourselves. There's the three of us, and then there's those guys.
No, I just noticed that we were getting a Tito football on Twitter. It was getting real angry at our Tito analysis earlier. Teetotal football.
Yeah,
He said, I can't type. I'm so angry right now. He tweeted at us and said, form is temporary. No
Yes.
doubt about Tito.
Yeah, you put mirrors up top. I like that idea.
Just falling over.
oh, fuck it. Let's put Busan in the number 10. I know you want to say it.
Just stumbling headers from
I think we
outside
give-
the box.
I think Can's healthy. We put him in. Put him in the 10.
Okay, we take Tim Backus. We take Tim Backus. We put him in the false 9. We take Rainish. I think Rainish would do good. Center
Fuck it. Throw in
defensive.
Carlton. Throw in Carlton.
Carlton, yeah, I like it. I missed you guys.
Can we get a whole team of keepers out there? They're just all diving.
just that's a real FIFA game. Just hold Y the entire time. Get that keeper to the top of the box on the opposite end.
Okay.
I love. Speaking of which, I love that whenever who's Philadelphia's keeper comes out to make that save at the end.
Blake.
Whenever
Jamaican international.
right before
Yeah.
Mears makes the header, he comes out to make the punch. I'm like, keeper's out, keeper's out. And Mears just comes flying in with the header. Oh, that's so great.
Blake is a great keeper too.
Yes.
Dude, if he wouldn't have hurt his hand in the Gold Cup,
Jamaica would
that'd
have won
have
a Gold Cup.
been completely different.
No, I think Almiron is just in a dip of form right now. I think we need to keep him there because he needs to figure out how he can improve, whether it's his confidence or just that's accounting for his dip in form. But he needs to stay there in that number 10 because he needs to be
What about
feeding them. Maybe you could even pull him back to be a little deeper.
what if you do a free flowing front three? I don't know if you've watched Liverpool this season at all, but the way that Firmino, Sadio Mane, and Mohamed Salah they all just kind of rotate in and out of each other and just feed off of each other, and then they have a couple box to box midfielders between Henderson and Wijnaldum.
Are they playing a 3-4-3? Liverpool.
Or kind of. It's like a 4-3-1. No, I can't do math right now. But
it's
yeah,
basically like a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a 4-3-3 because you have Chan kind of lying deeper, and then you have Henderson and Wijnaldum right in front of them. It's a flatter midfield than you would think, but
well, I think because at some points we're playing 3-5-2 and trying to flood that midfield, but
Kevin's just talking shit about us in the
all these fucking numbers. It's like the number 23 in here.
that terrible Jim Carrey movie. I like that movie, by the way. No, I don't. I think you can pull that off with Villalba, Martinez, and Almiron, and you could put Assad kind of behind them a little bit. I think there needs to be a little more fluidity up front, is what I'm saying.
I think with Carmona and potentially Kratz, then you can leave the 3, the 1, and then put Assad, Almiron, Villalba, Martinez, and then Kratz or Carmona pushes up to give that extra man. So you've got 5 up front. 2, 3.
I would play a 1-9 if I could.
A 1-9.
A 1-0-9 if I could.
No, I didn't mean to like 5 guys, but just like a 4-1-3-2.
Don't knock it till you try
it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Robert Swig saying a 4-2 or 4-4-2. Just traditional or not? Are you talking traditional 4-4-2?
I don't know.
I'm
Are you
waiting.
talking to me?
I'm waiting.
Random Robert.
We're gonna have a lot of dead air while we're waiting on Robert. No, because I mean, a 4-4-2 could mean a lot of things, right?
Yes.
You can have a diamond mid. You can have 3.
And I would always favor the diamond mid.
You can have a flat three with an attacking midfielder in front of them. You can have
right. Well,
so
I mean,
he's saying traditional. I guess you start
effectively-
and you start Martinez up front, and then you play Assad and you play Almiron on the opposite wings, and Lorenowitz and Carmona in the middle.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like we play a three at the back pretty frequently anyway, with Parker,
the way that
LGP, and LGP.
Yeah, the way that LGP likes to explore the field.
We'll just take off and then get shut down right once he crosses midfield.
I tell you what, they just need to let him get past the halfway, and someone just needs to pull back. I feel.
What do you mean? You mean the other team needs to let him get past midfield because he just runs into multiple midfielders just straight at him?
No, he doesn't know. He gets to the halfway line, and then it's like he's been instructed to immediately shoot the ball.
I have seen the exact opposite out of LGP. I think you're playing LGP bias right now, and I'm going to call you on it.
50-50. He makes so many runs. He has been pushing up, and as soon as he gets to the halfway line, it's like he's instructed to pass the ball.
Every time I've seen him move up, he just runs straight at guys and does not make any attempt to take strategic space to actually play off of the ball in any sort of strategic way.
So that is incorrect.
So in that case,
that is wrong.
In that case,
I don't know about that.
Go rewatch some games, Kevin Michael Bradley.
In that case, with the
who's right, guys? Me or
with the absence of Carmona, you could have put LGP in a center defensive role, put Lorenowitz up a little further, and then put Bobby Boswell in with.
Ooh, Boswell. See, this is another thing that we haven't talked about.
Boswell,
we still haven't seen him in.
No, we haven't. I don't know that you really will. I mean, you don't see either of our center backs.
I don't think we'll see him until September.
Yeah,
which is tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Robert Swick says, unpopular opinion, sub out Miggy at 65th minute, put in Vasquez, push up wings, and cross into the box. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
If anything, I think you almost sub out Assad, considering how much he was dead by that time last week. Sub out Assad and keep Almiron, move him over to the left side and still have the same strategy, but have Almiron crossing in from the left.
But where is Kevin Kratz?
I agree with that. I think Martinez needs to work on his touches. His touches have been off. Yeah, that's what Brittany says. Yeah, I agree. Don't touch me. I didn't miss you that much.
Where's Carlton at?
Right.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen enough of him. Give him a shot. Just give him a shot.
He's at another World Cup.
Give him a shot. I bet he's got the stamina for it. Just give him a shot. We haven't seen Mears. Look what he does when he comes. Give him a shot. Just give him a shot. I mean, come on, guys. He got man of the match last week, dude. Bro, you don't even know how good Mears can be. Dude's got more goals than Martinez the past 2 weeks. What are you trying to say, bro?
That's right, yes.
His goals per minute are like he scores a goal every 8 minutes. Dear God. No, seriously. I'm glad to see Jacob Peterson back, but where's Carlton? Where's Carlton?
Give him a shot, bro.
No, seriously, I would love to see Andrew Carlton get. Do you think we see him in the home stretch in Mercedes?
Potentially.
In the opener against Dallas?
When's this World Cup? Apparently he's getting ready for another World Cup, which I think he's the only player who's played 3 World Cups in a year.
That's Bevan Cradley that you're talking about, Jay. No, it's Kevin Broadley.
Give him a shot, guys. Bro, you don't even know how good Mears can be.
Yeah, Dan's like a tired fighter in a UFC fight. He keeps looking up at the clock to see when this is over.
Well, Mears' shot to goal ratio is 100%.
He didn't even touch it with his foot, bro. Imagine how good his left and right foot are.
He was falling over, and the ball happened to hit him on the forehead.
Got way more control over his feet, bro. You saw him in the first couple weeks. So he was playing defense. He's playing defense, bro.
No one Mears, he probably thought he was on the other end of the field and was trying to head it out.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
No, I would love to see. Do you, honestly, so let's talk rotation a little bit. We have the Dallas game coming up. I think we're going to put our strongest foot forward. We don't have any suspensions right now. Carmona served his, right? Lorenowitz didn't get an accumulation on Saturday.
Yeah,
so,
I think Almiron was close for some reason, wasn't he? Or was it Assad that was close?
It's probably Assad.
Yeah.
He picked up one early on in the game. That referee, can we talk about how unforgiving that referee was? At least he was consistent.
Oh, my God. Every freaking 2 minutes, the whistle was going.
Yeah. At least he was consistent.
He really impressed his presence on the game.
I like the way he said that.
Well, he's a douchebag.
No, so next Sunday we have Dallas. We start off that huge home stretch. We have 4 games
on a school night. Come on, Mercedes-Benz.
I can't wait. We are going to slaughter everybody.
Yeah, so I'm psyched. I mean, first game in the bins, finally. It's finally here, guys.
Yep, we're going to lose.
It's not even soccer specific, dude. You're going to put that curtain system up, bro.
When you spend some more money.
We're not even
spend some more money on your football team that you bought.
You guys are ruining this for me.
Yeah, no. We should let Kevin Broadley come out when he wants to. No, so what kind of rotation are you expecting to see? I figured we're going to play our strongest side. We're going to play just our typical side. We're going to play them on Sunday, right? Next Sunday against.
Right.
Granted, knock on wood, fingers crossed. Pray to God. Pray to
Martinez.
Pray to Martinez if you want that we don't end up having any of our World Cup qualifying guys get hurt.
Did Garza get called up?
No, he still hasn't got called up yet, which is strange.
I agree.
Paul Villafana is starting at left back,
right.
and I think that Garza brings more to the table than Villafana. That's a different show, though. What are you guys expecting to see from that rotation? Because we have 4 games in the span of 13 days.
Yeah,
Because we play a Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday.
Yes.
So it's actually 10 days then, right?
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think we might see a Zach Lloyd appearance.
I thought he
doesn't say that he's injured.
He got shut down for the season.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
no,
couple weeks ago we deactivated him.
That's
no,
right.
we'll see Mikey Ambrose, I think. In
Probably Bloom, right? Or is he still injured?
Oh, I mean Garza.
Bloom's still injured. This is saying
Garza's a workhorse. I think he'll be fine to play. We might want to give him a rest given the past couple games.
I think we've got to get Boswell in there soon. Get these guys subbed out. Get Lorenowitz or Carmona out. Somebody.
I think you can potentially rest Garza against. So we go Dallas, New England, Orlando. So Orlando, we're going to be playing all of our main guys. So we may rest a couple of people seems to be in these midweight games, which is New England, LA, and the Philadelphia Union. So
all this talk about, last week we said, are we in a state of panic or not with this team?
I don't think so. No, this is expansion. This is expansion blues.
I think, whenever you consider how hard points are to come by on the road and how well Atlanta has been able to do with that, I still have some cause for concern just because of the amount of games we have coming up in September, but knowing that they'll be at home, they won't be traveling as much. And even statistically, I think I saw something this past week that said that they did the statistics of making playoffs for all the teams. I think Atlanta's at like an 88 or 89% chance of making playoffs. So,
and in September, Montreal have
Orlando's at 2, by the way.
Montreal have the same compaction of games in September as we do. I think Philadelphia is close as well, but don't think that all these teams that we're going to be playing in September are going to be fresh off of games. All of them are going to be played a game on that weekend. So I don't think this is going to be as bad legs-wise as we think. I think we're going to be playing some pretty relatively even stamina levels. Hopefully we can be better.
Yeah. All right. So nobody got their prediction for Philadelphia game. Right?
What were the predictions? Everything was 2-1 us, right?
Eric 2-0, Jay 2-1. I said 2-1. I think everybody in the chat pretty much was 2-1 as well. So
score predictions for Dallas. I guess we can revisit. No, we won't be recording next week, right? Are we going to be out?
We'll do a Home Before Dark, just a regular show next week. Suck it, Dan. So Tim and I will be on talking shenanigans. No, we're going to do like a regular show unless you want to come on and talk about.
Oh, like non-Atlanta United.
Yeah, like Destiny 2 comes out next week and things like that. Yeah, lots of things.
Still playing Witcher 3.
Just go to hell.
All right, we got Liam, whom I've never seen in the chat. I'm excited. I like seeing your name in there, Liam. 2-0 Atlanta.
Robert Swick 3-1 against Dallas. Jay 3-3. Wow.
Or is that balls? Balls, hair, balls.
3. Dan, what you got?
I'm going to go with a 2-0 loss.
Ooh.
I hope I'm very wrong. And I hope everyone gives me shit about it when we win.
Tim.
1-0 Atlanta United.
Scored by
Yamil Assad.
Ooh.
I think he scored the opener for the season. He's going to score the opener for Mercedes. Going to go bonkers.
3-0 Atlanta.
I hope so.
I'm calling it.
Dean,
I mean, when's the last time Atlanta had a game like that?
it's been a while.
What do you mean? Oh, like a 3-1?
And it was,
Last one was 4-2 against San Jose.
I think that atmosphere against that Dallas team, the team has had a couple weeks to play. They've got 1 week off essentially in between to recoup, get their bearings. Some players that needed to be playing are going to be playing in international. The rest will be training. See a 3-0 Atlanta.
I like it. Assert our dominance.
I think Martinez gets 2 goals and completely redeems himself over the past couple of weeks. And then third is a late sub by Gressel.
I like it. We got a couple more. Dean Worley, 3-2. Whoever scores first. Okay. Brian Diefenbach, 3-2 Atlanta United.
Oh, you guys
FC.
are just copying me now. Come on.
Salman is 3-0 Atlanta. Kevin Brown says 4-0 Atlanta. Texas team struggle in Georgia. All of them. I like it.
Not the Texans.
Brittany.
Because Deshaun. Bayshawn.
Bayshawn. No, fuck you. Brittany says 3-1 Atlanta. Jay Riddle's putting profanity into the chat.
Oh, God, he's always trying to bring us down.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Seriously,
always.
profanity.
That was an inverted winger. He was typing out.
Inverted wanger. Ha ha.
He's probably sitting there in his full kit Arsenal wanker kit.
He's got a wanger out shirt on.
So, it's good to have you guys back. It's been a fun show.
It's good to be back. Thanks for the cake, for the jersey. It was
Welcome,
an amazing
man.
birthday.
Welcome, dude. It was a day
surprise.
late, but I had to do it. So, still got it pretty
This
close
fucker
to time.
texted me, sorry, your present's not here yet.
It's gonna be a couple weeks.
Could be a couple weeks. Adeline City Light, Dos Acero. Atlanta United. I like it.
So yeah, thanks for checking us out. You can find all of us on the internet. Tim, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Tim Herb.
Dan, where can they find you?
You can find me at DNJMS.
You can find me as well at The Architect. That's at _ARC, the number 1 TECT. You can find us collectively at Home Before Dark. That's before spelled B and the number 4. Check out gethomebeforedark.com. Go leave us a review or a rating or something on iTunes. Like I said, we've been stagnant for a couple weeks, so we'd love to hear from you guys. Leave us a review and we'll read it live on the show. Love the hell out of you. Thanks for checking us out. Wish Tim a happy birthday however you can. And we'll see you next week. As always, be home before dark.
Let's go shoot JR.
Whoa.
It's from Dallas. He's making a Dallas reference. The show Dallas
Oh,
Thanks,
about
Tim.
oil barons and
I'm just
shit.
so close to triggered these days.
Swear to God, I wrote you the night try to explain this lifetime you laid out before me. Despite all the letters I send, you still choose to ignore me. For me, a stolen glimpse.
Atlanta United FC Weekly is a Home Before Dark production. Brought to you this week by Jet's Pizza with the cheese on the top of the crust.
And stuffed crust birthday cake.
Stuffed crust birthday cake. We love you guys. Tune in next week. No, don't tune in next week. We're not going to be here. Bye.
Sister. pretend I have gone